Scene script. Ever wonder why some people seem to effortlessly achieve their dreams while others struggle? Could the secret lie in the art of patience and persistence? Welcome to a journey of exploration and discovery, where we delve into the often overlooked virtues of patience and persistence. In our fast-paced world, where we're constantly seeking instant gratification, we tend to undervalue the power of these two virtues. But what if I told you that they hold the key to unlocking personal growth and success? Let's take a moment to think about patience. Patience is not about waiting passively. No, it's an active state of endurance, a steady perseverance in the face of challenges. It's about staying committed to our goals and dreams, even when the results are not immediately visible. It's about understanding that good things take time, that Rome wasn't built in a day. Now let's consider persistence. Persistence is about tenacity and resilience. It's about refusing to give up in the face of adversity. It's about standing firm, holding on to our dreams, and pushing forward no matter how tough the journey gets. It's about understanding that the road to success is often paved with failures and setbacks, but those who persist, those who keep going despite the odds, are the ones who ultimately succeed. Patience and persistence, when combined, create a powerful synergy. They allow us to stay focused on our goals, to remain resilient in the face of adversity, and to keep pushing forward until we achieve our dreams. They are the bedrock of personal development, the foundation upon which success is built. So why are patience and persistence so important? Well, they teach us to value the journey as much as the destination. They remind us that success is not a sprint but a marathon. They help us to grow, to learn, to adapt, and ultimately, to become the best versions of ourselves. So let's dive into the world of patience and persistence and discover how they can transform our lives. Have you ever heard of the Chinese bamboo tree? It's a remarkable plant that teaches us a lot about patience. Picture this. You plant a seed, water it, and take care of it every day. Yet for the first 5 years, there's no visible sign of growth, not a single sprout. You might begin to question whether anything is happening at all. You could easily let doubt creep in, maybe even feel tempted to give up. But if you persist, if you remain patient, something miraculous happens in the 5th year. The Chinese bamboo tree suddenly bursts from the ground, growing up to 80 feet tall in just 6 weeks. Can you imagine that? It's not that the bamboo tree grew 80 feet in 6 weeks, no, it was growing all along beneath the surface, developing a robust root system strong enough to support its potential for outward growth in the 5th year and beyond. The story of the Chinese bamboo tree is a powerful metaphor for the fruits of patience. It's a reminder that good things often take time. It's easy to become disheartened when we don't see immediate results from our efforts. It's human nature to want quick wins, instant gratification. But the most rewarding outcomes often require the longest wait. They require us to have faith in the process, to trust that even when we can't see it, growth is happening. In life, just like in nature, there are no shortcuts to meaningful success. It's about staying the course, even when progress seems slow or non-existent. It's about understanding that our efforts are like seeds being sown, taking root beneath the surface before they can bear fruit. It's about recognizing that the most precious fruits of our labor, the most significant achievements in our lives, are often the ones that take the longest to mature. Just like the bamboo tree, the fruits of our patience might not be visible immediately, but they are definitely worth the wait. Now, let's turn our attention to persistence. Ever heard of Thomas Edison? Thomas Edison, a name synonymous with innovation, brilliance, and most importantly, persistence. This man, whose inventions transformed our world, stands as a testament to the power of persistence. His journey to invent the electric light bulb wasn't a smooth sail. It was a path marked by countless failures, 1,000 to be exact. Yes, you heard it right. 1,000 unsuccessful attempts before he could finally hold that beacon of light in his hand. Now, imagine if Edison had thrown in the towel after the 100th or even the 500th attempt. We might still be living under the dim, flickering light of gas lamps. But he didn't. He persisted. He went on, unswayed by the mountain of failures he had to climb over. Each failure, to him, was not a setback but a stepping stone, a lesson learned. And that's the essence of persistence. It's the ability to keep going, to keep trying, even when success seems like a distant dream. Persistence is not just about stubbornly sticking to a task. It's about evolving, adapting, learning from each failure and using that knowledge to inch closer to your goal. It's about seeing failure not as a dead end, but as a detour, a chance to find a new route to your destination. Edison's story is not unique. History is peppered with tales of individuals who persisted despite overwhelming odds. They are the ones who changed the world, who left an indelible mark on the sands of time. They are the ones who prove that persistence is not just an attribute, but a tool, a weapon we can wield to carve our path to success. So the next time you find yourself on the brink of giving up, remember Edison. Remember that the road to success is often paved with failures. Remember that it's not about how many times you fall, but how many times you get up. When we persist, even in the face of failure, we open up new possibilities and opportunities. Scene script. Let's take a moment to reflect on how patience and persistence show up in our everyday lives. Picture this. You've decided to pick up a new language, let's say French. You start with the basics, putting in the time, learning the alphabet, the numbers, the greetings. But it's not easy, right? Words seem to tangle on your tongue, phrases seem alien, and the grammar, it's tempting to give up, to throw in the towel and say, French is not for me. But what happens if you don't? What happens if you keep going, keep practicing, keep stumbling and getting back up? Over time, something magical happens. The words start to make sense, the phrases become more familiar. You can even get the hang of the tricky grammar. And one day, you find yourself having a conversation in French. It's not perfect, but you're doing it. You're speaking French. Now that's patience and persistence in action. It's that keep going spirit, that never give up mindset that turns the impossible into the possible, the unfamiliar into the familiar, the difficult into the doable. Or consider this, you've set a fitness goal for yourself. Maybe you want to run a marathon, or maybe you just want to make it up the stairs without losing your breath. The first few days are tough. Your muscles ache, your lungs burn, and every step feels like a Herculean task. But you keep at it. You keep running, keep climbing, keep pushing yourself, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. And then one day, you find that you're not out of breath anymore. You can run a little farther, climb a little higher. You're stronger, fitter, healthier. And you realize that it was your patience and persistence that got you there. Or perhaps you've had a personal challenge to overcome, a fear to face, a habit to break, a dream to chase. It's not easy. There are setbacks, there are obstacles, there are moments of doubt and despair, but you don't give up. You keep trying, keep fighting, keep believing, and one day you find that you've done it. You've faced your fear, broken your habit, achieved your dream, and it was your patience and persistence that made it possible. So you see, patience and persistence aren't just abstract concepts or lofty ideals. They're real, tangible forces that we can harness in our everyday lives. They're the tools we use to learn, to grow, to succeed. They're the keys to unlocking our potential and achieving our goals. From learning a new language to running a marathon, from overcoming personal challenges to chasing our dreams, every aspect of our lives is touched by the power of patience and persistence. They're the silent heroes of our everyday stories, the unseen forces driving our everyday victories. Remember, every small step we take, every effort we make is a testament to our patience and persistence. So how can we cultivate these virtues in our lives? Let's dive right in. First, we must set realistic goals. It's essential to aim high, but remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. Break down your big goals into smaller, manageable tasks. Each small victory will fuel your patience and persistence, keeping your motivation high and your spirit undeterred. Next, practice mindfulness. Being present in the moment can help you become more patient. When you're fully engaged in what you're doing, you're less likely to get frustrated or lose your cool. Mindfulness can also boost your persistence. By focusing on the process rather than the result, you'll find it easier to keep going, even when the going gets tough. Thirdly, embrace failure. Yes, you heard it right. Embrace failure. Consider each failure as a stepping stone on the path to success. When you stumble, don't get disheartened. Instead, take a moment to learn from your mistakes. Understand what went wrong, make the necessary adjustments, and march forward with renewed vigor. This is the essence of persistence. In addition, practice patience with yourself. It's easy to get frustrated when we're not progressing as fast as we'd like. But remember, personal growth is not a race. It's a lifelong journey. Be gentle with yourself. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. This will help you cultivate patience. Lastly, surround yourself with patient and persistent people. As the old saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. By surrounding yourself with people who possess these virtues, you're more likely to develop them yourself. In conclusion, cultivating patience and persistence is not an overnight task. It's a continuous process that requires conscious effort. But rest assured, the rewards are well worth the effort. The ability to stay patient and persistent in the face of adversity is an invaluable asset that will serve you well in all aspects of your life. With practice and commitment, we can all cultivate the art of patience and persistence. So, what does all this have to do with manifestation, you might ask? Well, buckle up, because we're about to delve into the fascinating interplay between patience, persistence, and the manifestation of our deepest dreams and desires. Manifestation, in its essence, is the process of bringing something tangible into your life through attraction and belief. But it's not as simple as wanting something and magically receiving it. It requires a certain level of dedication and resolve. That's where patience and persistence come into play. Imagine yourself as an artist and your life as a blank canvas. The goals and aspirations you have are the beautiful images you wish to paint on this canvas. Now, patience is the time you take to carefully plan your design, choose your colors, and make your first brush strokes. It's the calm acceptance that great art takes time. It's the understanding that sometimes you need to step back, reassess, and adjust your approach. On the other hand, persistence is the continual effort you put into your masterpiece. It's the refusal to give up when the colors don't blend right or when the picture doesn't look as you imagined. It's the determination to keep painting, stroke by stroke, until your canvas reflects your vision. When it comes to manifestation, patience and persistence are your brushes and palette. Patience allows you to remain focused and committed to your vision, even when things don't seem to be progressing. It gives you the strength to endure the waiting period, the quiet before the storm, the silence before the breakthrough. Persistence, meanwhile, fuels your drive to keep striving, to keep believing, to keep manifesting, no matter how many obstacles you encounter. It's the grit that keeps you going, the tenacity that pushes you to keep putting one foot in front of the other, even when the path gets tough. Combining these two virtues creates a potent blend that can empower you to manifest your dreams and desires. It's the art of painting your life with patience and persistence. Remember, manifestation is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and the key to running a successful marathon is patience and persistence. So, what have we learned today about the art of patience and persistence? In our exploration of this fascinating topic, we've unearthed some profound truths. We've seen that patience isn't merely a virtue, but a force of nature, a quiet power that shapes our lives and our dreams. It's the gentle acceptance of the passage of time, the willingness to wait for the right moment, the right opportunity. It's the ability to endure, to weather the storms of life without losing our equilibrium. And then we have persistence, the relentless drive that keeps us moving forward, the refusal to give up, no matter how formidable the obstacles. It's the consistent effort, the sustained action that brings our dreams to life, that turns our ideas into reality. We've discovered that these two qualities, patience and persistence, are not just desirable traits, but essential ingredients in the recipe for manifestation. They are the engines that power our journey towards our goals, the compass that guides us through the labyrinth of challenges and setbacks. We've seen how these qualities show up in our daily lives, in our interactions, our decisions, our responses to the world around us. We've looked at ways to cultivate them, to nurture them, to integrate them into our being. We've delved into the art of patience and persistence in manifestation, exploring how these principles can be applied in our quest for personal development. We've seen that it's not a case of either or, but rather a delicate balance, a dance between the two. And most importantly, we've realized that patience and persistence are not just about achieving our goals, but about the journey itself. They are about learning to enjoy the process, to appreciate the beauty of the unfolding, to find joy in the striving, not just the attaining. As we embark on our journey towards our dreams, let's remember to embrace the art of patience and persistence. After all, it's not just about the destination, but also the journey.